Okay, happy Thursday, everyone. This is my sort of first real go at recording a crossword solve. We are doing a Thursday themed puzzle today on Thursday, May 29th, 2025. I've also come up with a title for my crossword solving YouTube channel, which is going to be Crosshatch Puzzles. I liked the idea of sort of crossing different directions of lines to produce an image in the same way that we sort of use crosses to produce solutions in a crossword. So anyway, I will do my best with what is likely going to be a tricky Thursday themed puzzle, and we'll see how this goes. This puzzle is by John Kugelman. Okay, let's get going. Nosy Parkers, and Parkers is capitalized. Something is tugging at my memory here, but I don't quite know what's going on. Make like a drum and beat it. Get lost, maybe? Would that work? Not on solid ground. Not sure. A witty remark. A pun or London's blank row. Shepherd's stick is a crook. Certain seasonal workers. Not sure. Strip poker question mark. Poker, a strip, something you'd use to poke. Don't know. A formal vote. A formal vote. Formal vote. Don't know. Make like a drum and beat it. It's going to be some exhortation to make an exit, I think, but not sure just yet. Source of the line, the female of the species is more deadly than the male. Source. I mean, I'm thinking a BBC, like a nature documentary with Richard Attenborough, but not sure here. Okay. Ditto for us. Ditto for us. Us too. Ditto for us. Oh, not having much luck here. Half of an Arnold Palmer. I should know what's in this drink, but I don't offhand. Arnold Palmer. Nope. Ta-da! I would have thought voila or something a magician might say, abracadabra or something. Okay, here's our first theme clue, it looks like, with the asterisk, Mensa for one, so it must be something going on here. Not quite sure what. We'll get to the revealer. Anyway, Blank Enchanted, 2004 film, I believe that's Ella Enchanted, is ringing up. I haven't seen it, but it's ringing a bell. What's never free of charge? I'm guessing this is going to be a chemistry thing, possibly an ion, which is a charged particle. Seems to fit in what we've got. I'm going to go back to these downs and see if I can get anything here. Something to wear on a run. Is this going to be a pun? There isn't a question mark. That doesn't necessarily rule it out. But if it was straightforward, something to wear on a run, I'm not sure. Anarchist Sacco, don't know. Without pretense, truly or sincerely, genuinely. I mean, can we put in the L and Y? All hat, no cattle. Folksy put down seems to be a sort of a pejorative way to refer to a cowboy. Without any cows, I guess, just the hat. That would work. And would a Y fit here? Music, biz, scandal. Might be a short form for something. I'm gonna put in the Y and see what happens. We're on a run. Anarchist Sacco. Okay, let's keep going. Elders derisively. Elders. Olds? That's a little weird. Mensa, for one, don't know what that is. I'm gonna pencil in olds. It feels like that in this many letters is the sort of best guess I have, but not sure. Preparation for a luau. Preparation. Preparation like a dish. Poi. Is that a dish? Pencil that in too. See what happens. Oops. Okay. Give a dirty look. Give a dirty look. It's going to be, I think, something like sneer at. Sneer at? That seems like it'll be right. Does that help here? I mean, I really want this to be an E. A big do. A big do. And institution known for an annual this. A big do. A gala. Institution known, so that's probably going to be the Met Gala. Okay. Source of the vine, the female of the species is more deadly than the male. This does not look good either. One of these things is wrong, but I don't know which one. Probably this, I'm guessing. Because this could be something else. Half of an Arnold Palmer. Tea, iced tea. Okay, so I'm gonna put, oopsie daisy, what happened there? It's in the wrong direction. I'm gonna put in this old, and I believe this is correct, an iced tea. I don't know what the other half of it is, whiskey or something. Preparation for a luau. Still not sure there, but we're getting somewhere now. Something to wear on a run. Don't know. Anarchist Sacco, don't know. Without pretense. No. Okay, but this is good. Swiss Miss. Frau, the word for a woman in German, which is one of the languages spoken in Switzerland. So I think that's what that's going to be. Can say Frau, or Frau is one of the titles used in the musical Cabaret. Several of the characters are Frau or Fraulein, and I'm actually not, I don't remember offhand what the difference is. I feel like one is for a married and one is for an unmarried woman, but couldn't tell you which is which. One going for a little bite. One going for a little bite, and this with the question mark likely isn't someone about to have a snack, I'm guessing. Music biz scandal. Let's keep going. This looks like I might be able to. Federal observance since 1986. Probably MLK Day for Martin Luther King Jr. Looks like it'll be. Yeah. Okay. That looks pretty good there. Chippewa neighbors. That'll be a. An indigenous people, I'm guessing, but I don't know which one. Cree, possibly. One of the Gilmore Girls, that'll be Rory, if that's Cree. This looks like it's taking shape here. Female in Mexican-style wrestling. I don't know if that's looking for a specific female or if there's a generic term for a female Mexican-style wrestler, but I don't know either way. Word with drum or trumpet. I was gonna say ear. Is an ear trumpet a thing? Is that like a hearing aid, an old-fashioned hearing aid? Let me put it in and see what happens. Younger Lennon son. I don't know either of the Lennon sons. Sees red, gets hot. Gets hot. I mean, it's some kind going to be some kind of phrase for getting mad, and I think this is going to be the S here. For the verb part of it. Let's try gets hot. That could certainly be. Give a dirty look. We had a dirty look up here. Give a dirty look. Sneer at. Give a dirty look. And this might be ogle or ogle, depending on how you say it. And in here, we're not looking at a dirty look in the sense of dirty meaning ill intent. Well, I guess it is ill intention, but I don't mean like a visibly dirty look, but a look with ill intent. Sort of a lecherous kind of look, I guess, is what we're after here. I'm guessing that's going to be it. One with a minority opinion about the shape of the world. So here, I think we're going to be looking for something to do with a flat earther or something like that, flat earth. And so there's something going on here with maybe a rebus or maybe taking letters from somewhere else. So not sure. Maybe this would be an F, over the top, dramatic. Not sure. But I think this is going to have to do with something about flat earth. And what was this? Mensa for one? Yeah, not sure there either. Music biz scandal. Okay, let's keep going. What's down here? Informal 26 down. Formal vote. Informal. Okay, so our formal vote might be like an I. And this might be like a yes. Less formal versions, that would be Y and E here. What is this? And a homophone of 26 down. Okay, so if this is I like that, and then the homophone of I, so this would be like a formal vote in a like a chamber of politics, a chamber of representatives or a senate or something like that. You'd vote I, the ayes have it, that kind of thing. And this would be a homophone of that, the eye of an organ in your body. And an informal version of this kind of I would be this. Yes. Let's see if that works. HBO comedy with 17 Emmys. A comedy, HBO comedy with 17 Emmys. Not sure on that one. Certain seasonal workers. Are we going to be able to assume an S at the end here? Not sure there either. I mean, it sure looks like this is going to be an R and an S in terms of in terms of describing a role, a working role. But again, I'm not sure, and I'm not sure what this would end up being either. A little bit stuck in this corner here, not on solid ground. This could be a C. You're not on solid ground if you're on a ship at sea, or a sea. Make like a drum and beat it. Just still trying to see a phrase that would mean get lost. I don't know. Ditto for us. Ditto for us. Ta-da. Et voila. It could be et voila. And, and there it is. You don't hear that often, but it is a thing. A witty remark. To know. London's blank row. Now I've got enough of this. I should be able to get it. Saville? I would have thought Saville would have been spelled with 2 L's, but maybe not. Certain seasonal workers. I was going to say reindeers. Seasonal. I mean, that sure does. Maybe it's reindeer. Seasonal workers? That could work. And then, yeah. And then this could be Her, which is what I thought it was initially, a 2013 film that presaged ChatGPT in terms of an AI, I guess. Would that work? Prowl, to hunt, to prowl? This is a little bit guessy here, but we'll see. Second star ever photographed after the sun. Are there names of stars that are only 4-letter long, or is this a pun too? Not sure. A strip poker. Okay, this could be an awl, which is a tool for puncturing fabric or wood that shows up in the crossword every once in a while. This is a big guess, but maybe to poke a strip of something. Yeah, starting to get there. A formal vote again. Ditto for us. Ditto for us. Scram? Scram? That's a little weird. That would make this Savile, though. So are we. Ditto for us. So are we. Okay. Scram would make this a... Okay, so a formal vote. This could be a yay. Am-scray, make like a drum and beat it. Am-scray, a witty remark would be a mot, literally French for word, but probably a shortening of a bon mot. Am-scray then would be the pig Latin for scram, which there's nothing in this clue that's indicating it should be in pig Latin, except for the fact that make like a drum and beat it is some kind of wordplay, and I guess Pig Latin is in itself another kind of wordplay. I think all of this is right, though this is very, very, it's a few steps away from the clues, so it's quite tricky. Okay. Insect named for the Virgin Mary. I don't know. Ladybug? Ladybug would work here. Don't know what ladybugs have to do with the Virgin Mary, but I think that's correct. Younger Lennon's son, I guess this is going to be Sean. I can't think of another name that fits here. Listing at Christie's. At Christie's is a, what, an auction house or a real estate thing? Christie's. Listing at Christie's. Mononymous Irish singer is this. See, I would have thought Enya, but that doesn't work, and it wouldn't work with Sean. That would make it Shay, which I don't think is a name. Anonymous Irish singer. I'm gonna have to come back to that, I guess. Let's go over here. Stick with it. Stick with it. So here you've got the pronoun it in the clue, which is probably meaning that whatever the answer is here is the it in the clue. Stick with it. It could be a sticky note. Not sure yet. End of a Senate address. I'm guessing this is actually going to be a URL, end of a Senate address, like gov.gov, G-O-V. Let's see, though. Material for some ropes and curtains. Ropes and curtains. Velvet ropes, velvet curtains. So I do think this is going to be gov. Stick with it. Stick with. What do you stick with? Stick with glue. You stick things with glue. There we go. Dissemble. To dissemble is to pretend, or in this case, I guess, to lie about who you are. Upton Sinclair novel. I guess this is the novel Oil, on which the movie There Will Be Blood was based. I think that's correct. Over the top dramatic. So if this is F, I was thinking about flat earth here earlier. If this is F, this would be full something. It seems like maybe that's going to be the case. Though I don't know still how the flat earth thing fits in here. We'll get to that. Bribable. Bribable. Not sure. Charles Darwin's ship. Oh, what was it called? The Beagle? The HMS Beagle, I believe, is what his ship was called. Darwin the evolutionist. He went to where, the Galapagos, notably. Two sure things. So here's another themed one. Let's take a look at the revealer here. Give height as a hairdo, or a hint for entering the answers. Entering the answers to the starred clues. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, we'll have to come back to that. I need some more crosses, I think, on these is what's gonna help me out. Let's go here. Bacchanals. Bacchanals are sort of festivities with, you know, partying and merriment and drinking and possibly other things. But I don't know what synonym of bacchanals they're looking for here. Captivate, to engross or entice. Quite what captivate means. Second star ever photographed. Oh, I should be able to get this now. Vega, I think this is going to be. So this is not, okay, not yes, but yep. Even more informal for I. Veep would be the HBO comedy with 17 Emmys, starring Julia Louis-Dreyfus as the vice president. Haven't seen it, but probably should. So Vega, the second star ever photographed. That is the name of a star. I didn't know that it fit that description, but great. Captivate. I have a really strong feeling there's going to be an E here. But maybe not. I don't know. Words from a loudspeaker, perhaps. And loud and speaker are two separate words here, not so... I wonder if this is not something being projected from like a bullhorn, but from someone who is very forceful in their tone. Chamber opening? Question mark? Chamber opening. Yeah, and here too, there's a question mark here on this clue, which means probably not the opening to a room, but maybe a chamber, like a courtroom or a Senate session or something like that. Again, not sure. Preceder of way or word. One way, one word. It could be that, but I'm not sure. X, Y, and sometimes Z or Z. I mean, I would have thought axes, like on the Cartesian plane. I guess, I'm just thinking about Y sometimes Z. I guess if you're thinking in 2 dimensions, you're only going to have an X and Y, but if you're going to think in 3 dimensions, you'll have a 3rd dimension. I mean, it's possible to have more dimensions than that, but I think this is what they're looking for anyway. Bakery devices, although this looks weird. What could you use in a bakery that has an X in it? Maybe axes is wrong. Disposable. Croaked. Now this could mean literally croaked as in a frog, or it could mean passed away, past. I mean, it could be just past. That is a little weird though. This would then not be 1. 2 sure things. So, oh no, here's the give height as a hairdo. Give, present tense, give height. Never been a stylist. One rushing to a code blue. In brief, a code blue I thought was like a medical emergency, but why in brief then? Like I would have thought like an OR doctor or something like that. But there's way too many letters for something in brief. Okay, here's one I know. One from Hamburg. Not a person from Hamburg, but the number 1 from Hamburg is going to be ein. The number 1 in German. Yikes worthy. Filled out wrong, say. Not equilateral or isosceles. My math training coming into play here. There are 3 types of triangles. Equilateral for all having the same length of side. Isosceles for 2 sides the same and 1 different. And scalene if you have 3 different length sides of a triangle. Okay, that should help here. Gender prefix cis, I think, as opposed to trans. You can be cis male or female, or trans male or female if you fit into one of the gender binaries. Yikes worthy cringy. That could be a thing. Cringy. A GOP group within the GOP. Republican National Congress. I guess that's going to be the group that we're looking for here. Filled out wrong, say. Over the top, dramatic, full diva. Full diva, that makes sense here. Bribable. Bribable. Oh, I should know this. Maybe there's something going on with a rebus in here. Okay, what would this be? Filled out wrong, say. Filled out wrong. Okay, so not that a person filled out wrong, but a form that is filled out wrong, objective case there, is an invalid form. Okay, Hyde Park, this looks like it's going to be FDR's home. I didn't know that, but that's definitely the name of a place. Stage props, question mark, props. Stage props, props like kudos, maybe? Stage props, I don't know. Okay, so two sure things. Death and taxes. Death and taxes are supposed to be the two sure things here. So how would we... Okay, we have to go all the way around here. So, and stage props, a hand, like if you a hand, a round of applause. Okay, and if we put E here, then this blank square here would represent the T, and there's a T here, and we have death and taxes all the way across. Okay, and here too we have flat earther all the way across the row. And I'm guessing this is going to be constellation. Mensa, I guess, is the name of a constellation. Because if we have cons, and then that blank, the black square for the T, and the black square for the T there as well. Okay. I thought I saw another asterisk somewhere, but I could be wrong. Okay, interesting. Okay, one going for a little bite is a flea, an insect that can bite you. Music biz scandal. Gosh, maybe this isn't a Y. Without pretense. You'd think it would be, though. It's got to be correct. Flea's got to be correct. Okay. Where are we going? Let's go here. Listing at Christie's. A lot. Okay, so a lot is an item up for bid at an auction. So there we go. Anonymous Irish singer Bono, of course, should have gotten that earlier. Bacchanals. I don't know. Chamber opening. I'm getting there, though. I still don't know that this is an E, actually. Captivate. Okay, what could this be, then? Give height as a hairdo or a hint for entering the answers to the starred clues. Tease? Tease up? Tease? In? Tease up? I think it's going to be something like that. Tease. For the two T's that are missing from both of these, a hint for tease out or something like that. Oh, a chamber opening ante. So a word that precedes the word chamber, antechamber. Okay, so this is good. Female and Mexican style wrestling luchadona, Dora maybe. Words from around a loudspeaker could be a rant. Luchadora looks right there. Bacchanals benders, in the sense of a wild party. Okay. One rushing to a code blue. ER nurse. ER nurse. Okay, so the short part, the in brief part is the ER, but I was okay. This was good. SNL alum Gasteyer. You know, I should know this, and I just don't. Laptop brand Asus is a laptop brand. Bakery devices. This is probably going to end in an S, I'm guessing, but boxers? Not sure. Clapped back at fast. So that would make this Anna Gasteyer. Disposable. One use. If something is intended for one use, it is disposable after that use. Croaked. Gasped. Okay, so this is neither of the senses that I thought. Not croaked like a frog necessarily, nor croaked as in passed away, but croaked as in sort of uttered with some difficulty, I guess, is what this is going to be. Although captivate. Nope, that doesn't look right. So maybe this is rasped. So maybe this is enamor. And the reason I didn't get that is because I want enamor to have a U in it, because I'm a Canadian. Bakery devices, mixers, of course. And procedure of way or in a word is okay. In a way or in a word are both common phrases. Okay, getting there. Music biz scandal. Something to wear on a run. Gosh, I should know this. Anarchist. Nicolo Sacco? Why don't I try that? What would that? Music biz scandal. I mean, this wants to be Loyola for some reason. I don't understand what that means necessarily, and I don't know if anything else is wrong here. This could be wrong without pretense. Source of the line. The female of the species is more deadly than the male. Maybe this is from a film or something. Preparation for a luau. Preparation of... this is still going to be a food item of some kind, but I don't know what it is. Gosh, I'm really stuck here. What if this were Nicolo? Nosy Parker. So snoops. Perhaps people who are nosy are snoops. Preparation for a luau. Maybe this is a pit. A pot? Pot roast? Maybe a pit. Maybe we have to dig a pit for some reason. Without pretense. Openly. Female of the species is more deadly than the male. This could be Kipling, Rudyard Kipling. Perhaps this is from either the Jungle Book or one of his other writings. But then something to wear on a run, a ski cap. That looks weird. And Poyola is nothing. Nicola? Payola? Nicola Sacco? Sneer at. That's gotta be. Is this gets hot is right. Frau is right. Flea is right. This flat earther is right. This may not be right, but I think it is. Oh gosh. Ski cap. Payola. Poyola. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, I'm going to put it in, and then if it's wrong, I will pause the video and see if I can figure out what's going on here. Okay. Well, I'm glad it was correct. I don't understand what a payola is. I must be missing something. Someone let me know. But glad that the rest is there. Okay, so looking at the theme, then we have to tease up, give height as a hairdo to tease up, and I guess then okay. So I actually missed one element of this, which is that the tees have not only been covered by black squares, but they've actually been moved up to a clue above the black square. So we have here in 19 across Mensa for one, a constellation, and where the tees should have been, they've been moved up here. And replaced by a black square. So if we put them back down from where they've been teased up, we will get the answer here, constellation. Here in 36 across, flat earther, moving those T's back down into their black squares. And over here, two sure things, death and taxes. So that's a really fun bit of sort of geometric trickery here for this Thursday puzzle. Happy that I was able to figure that out, and happy that I was able to figure out the revealer actually, which was the last thing that I ended up with here. Not having much expertise in hairstyling, which I'm sure surprises nobody. But anyway, so that's our puzzle for Thursday, May 29th. My first completed video puzzle solve, and we'll see. I'll share this around to people and see if people are interested in seeing more of these. And if you are, please let me know. But that's all for today. I'll see you again another time.